See, if you are not able to hear, please reconnect. Anyone not able to hear, you must reconnect. Okay. So let me tell you. So today, day one, this is the first class. This is going to be a demo session to give you information about what is BPM, what is PEGA, and what is its purpose. In order to understand this, you don't need to be a technical person. You don't need any technical background. Okay. And in fact, to learn PEGA also, you don't need any technical background. And day two also, continuation of the same. Okay. You'll understand more in depth about the same, not same in the sense, I'm sorry. So this is continuation of day one. So this cannot be covered on within 1 hour. So day two will be continuation. See here, we have a PPT. So this PPT has around 26 slides. Leave about 2 of the slides or 1 slide. 25 we have. So we will be able to finish only, I think, up to 13th or 14th slide. Okay, let me check. Probably we should be able to finish up to 15th slide. Remaining things we will not be able to finish today or talk about today, because it will take time to understand and all. So but you will be getting a clear idea attending on day one and day two. Definitely you will be getting a clear idea about what is PEGA, what is its use, where we use it, okay, and what is BPM, how it is related to BPM. All this will be clarified, and you will also understand what is PEGA PRPC, the terminology that you might have heard. So everything will be pretty much clear to you to understand. And what about day three? Day three would be like, we have some questions. See, you might have some doubts and queries, right? So there may be many questions that you may have in your mind. Okay, like whether PEGA is suitable for you to learn, and based on your technical background, is this suitable or not? Based on your employment background, it is suitable or not? If you are a fresher, whether I should take up this course or not? See, like this, there are so many questions in your mind. What are the job opportunities in market? Okay, what are the certifications to be done? How long would be the course duration? What will be provided during this course? What is the material? What about hands-on projects? Okay, how we help in resume preparation, interview preparations? What about mock interviews? What about practice sessions? Like this, there are so many questions, and there are so many things that we need to let you know about. So all that will be clarified on day three. See, I know many of you might have so many questions in your mind by this time, whether you wanted to take up this course or not. Okay, but all that will be sorted out on day three. So I know that during the class hours, I am not going to give you a chance to ask me any personal questions. Say, sir, I have a gap of 3 years. I am learning now PEGA. So what about my job route and job opportunities? For this, you can call us anytime. We will sort out your questions that may not be needed to discuss during the session itself. So today and tomorrow, purely we will fully focus on understanding about what is PEGA and its use clearly in detail. First you learn it, later we can decide whether to proceed or not based on our profile. Okay, so first thing is to fully focus on understanding about what is BPM, what is PEGA, what is its usage. Okay, what are you going to be when you learn PEGA? And like this, we will fully focus on understanding these things on day one and day two. Day three, I will take up your questions. I have already drafted so many questions. I have dealt with so many people by this time. So I know what are the general questions that you ask. Most of the questions are already drafted and it is available with me. So at the end of today's session, you will be getting the recording video of this particular class posted, and link will be shared to you. And also the PPT what I am showing now, this PPT will be shared to you on your WhatsApp. Plus I will send one more document called FAQ, means the one what I have told now. Frequently asked questions. You might be asking so many questions, right? Generally, before you come back to us, go through that document once. you have some question in your mind whether you are suitable as per your education background or not. Most of the questions will be listed in that, and we have a written answer there. After going through that, still you wanted to talk to us, you call us and we will clarify your queries and doubts further. Okay, so but go through the document once. It has around 23 to 24 questions covered that people generally ask. Apart from that, anything else is there, you talk to us, no problem, we will be available to you. Okay, everyone clear? Online resources also, that is what I will tell you about the training duration, why the duration is so long here. All that data is there in frequently asked questions. Today, tomorrow, everyone, you fully focus on understanding what is it first of all. Later we can think about other questions. There is no problem spending 3 days time, okay, gaining some information about what you are trying to opt for. Okay, so let's proceed
Okay.
now. So let me tell you about myself. I am Harsha. Okay, so I have total around nearly around 14 years of experience in IT. Okay, so where we are now a full-fledged training academy. So where we are going to train the people on PEGA, DevOps, okay, Python full stack, Python, Java full stack courses. Okay, and apart from this, we have SQL and even Salesforce, API and BPM, API and BPM. Okay, so we have these courses and UI technologies related to JavaScript, Node.js, okay, and HTML programming languages. These courses are available. So we are full-fledged completely running an academy where we are going to serve the people with the respective courses. Mostly we are going to fully focus on providing any uh, technology training in a real-time oriented way. Okay, how you are going to work in enterprise application development. So our target is enterprise learning. Okay, that is where we are going to usually focus on for any trainings. So for freshers and all these technologies are suitable, but as of now, you know, in the market it is in recession, and it is in freeze mode. Okay, it's not a huge impact in India, but it has some impact. Okay, once fresher openings are available, any technology you learn, we can show you opportunities. For experienced, it is always there. Okay, but little bit less now because of recession, but it will come back. Ups and downs in IT industry or any other industry is pretty common. Okay, in our personal life also. And like this, so I have around 14 years of experience, and I have around 12 years of experience nearly only on teaching PEGA. Okay, so we are the first one to start PEGA training. I think when you inquire about PEGA training anywhere, you will hear about Harsha trainings for sure. I think most of you guys who are attending this demo session, 95% of you are from references only. Maybe just 5% you might have been inquiring here and there and all, but 95% of the people, whoever is attending this session, okay, they must be attending with references, that I know. Okay, because the people who have joined before you, they got jobs and they are in jobs, they referred you, 95% of the people. So let's go ahead now. We will assist you on job and resume preparation, everything. But what is the commitment we need from you is, you just need to be a dedicated student here, fully focusing on understanding and learning the subject. If you have subject knowledge, job will automatically follow you. You don't need to much worry about it. You don't need to run behind it. Okay, job will automatically follow you when you have subject knowledge. So I know your goal is getting into a job on PEGA. Okay, keep your goal as it is, but in order to reach your goal, you need subject knowledge. That subject knowledge in an enterprise level. So it is not only technology training we are going to give you. Okay, let me tell you. See, many times during our sessions, we are going to fully focus on understanding about enterprise development model. Okay, and the tools. We are going to discuss about all this. What are the different server environments? What about business requirements? Who will give that? How you get business requirements? How you are going to do analysis and all? What about testing part and all? And one more thing that I have to tell you, not only your batch, from previous batch itself, we started giving you training on PEGA PRPC development as well as automation testing. So PEGA testing also will be covered, how to write test cases and test suite, all that. And one thing I'll tell you, while you are learning PEGA, whether development, testing, anything, you don't need to bother about coding. There won't be any coding at all. So PEGA is fully no coding development. Please understand this and remember this. Because I am saying automation test cases, usually in Java, Python, or any other scripting languages or any other programming languages when used, you need to write test scripts. But PEGA is no coding application development, no coding testing, no coding DevOps is there, no coding data science is there. So everywhere it is spreading, but rest of the things are slowly getting developed. So with PEGA, the development has most of the opportunities in the market. So why we are going to give testing training also for you? It will not take more than 3 to 4 days, 1 week maximum. Okay, what is the reason? You are also being given with testing training, because to be a full-fledged developer, you must be knowing about even testing also. See, 70% of the projects, I'm sure you don't write test cases. Okay, but what about future? Definitely, I am sure that in future, 100 out of 100% projects, they will ask each developer to create test cases also in order to run it on the high-end environments and all. Okay, so that time you should not come back to me again for the training. So better we are going to make it from beginning now. Last batch itself we started. That will be at the almost at the end of the course, or maybe we'll introduce in the middle of the course. Okay, how to write test case, because you need knowledge first of all on development. Up to certain rules are being covered, then we can go for testing things and all. Okay, so our priority is completely development, but you wanted to claim that you have full-fledged knowledge on PEGA. Let's add something additional to make your profile stronger in the market, which is not even known to the real-time employees who are working in today's market. Not everyone, but many people, they don't know. 70% they don't know, okay, how to deal with test cases and all. So this is what I would like to give you the background information before we start. We are already done 14 minutes today, so we have only 45 minutes rest of the time. We will try to spend it as much as possible to fully focus on understanding this particular concept. Okay, so before we proceed further with this particular PPT, let me tell you one point about PEGA. See, what is PEGA and where it is used at high level, I am going to tell you. See, PEGA is used for application development. What is it for? Application development. What are the technologies used in the market for application development? Java with any UI technologies and database, Python with any UI technologies and database, and also there are so many other technologies like this with combination of UI and database you use. Full-fledged. See, an application which has user interface. This is for human communication, business logic, the core execution of the functionalities, and database to store the data. You are going to access Facebook application by using its user interface. Okay, whatever the activity you do by using UI, that actions will be taken into business logic. From there, it will go get stored into database permanently. You register on Facebook for the first time only, you need to register. Second time onwards, it will recognize and allow you to log in. How come it is recognizing? Because your data is already stored into database. At a high level, user interface is something which you visually see, okay, in the browser. And business logic you don't see, database also you don't experience to see as a end user, but it will get executed internally. Database is for storing purpose. We need to store the data. These three combination of layers, okay, are there in your application, then your application is fully developed web application or desktop application. Even desktop applications also may have all this, okay, where humans can interact by using UI. It will be processed by the system in the business logic, and processed things are going to get stored into database. This is very generic thing. It's like an LKG learning in the software field. Okay, these three will be there even in PEGA also. If you are going to do application development using PEGA, definitely you will have user interface, you will have business logic, we will have database. Generally, to work with all of these three, a developer has to write the coding. Generally, user interface means HTML, CSS, JavaScript, maybe additional some other UI related technologies. Business logic means maybe Java, Python, or any other technologies equivalent. Okay, database means yes, Oracle, it may be SQL Server, it can be anything, any database. You should have the knowledge about. Generally, I'm talking about, not you. Generally, if you're working on all these three layers, you should be a technical developer in user interface as well as business logic as well as database queries and all you need to write. But the beauty of PEGA is it is no coding. What is it? No coding. See, when I say no coding, usually when people think about the term called coding, they only bother about business logic. So Java and .NET, C Sharp, or maybe Python, only these things we look at as coding. But HTML is also coding. HTML is also coding. It's a kind of scripting coding. Okay, it's a kind of HTML tags and all, you call it as script. But that is also a coding part related to the respect to UI technology. JavaScript is also a script kind of coding, and database is also coding, but where you are calling the code as queries. What are you calling it as? Queries. So you don't need to be a developer. You don't need to be someone who knows about coding while you are learning PEGA. When you are learning PEGA, you need to know about how to use PEGA provided environment. This is PEGA provided environment. I'll tell you how to install all that. I will tell you. By this time, many of you should have done installation process. I know. Okay, but rest of the people, you can do it. There's no hurry. Okay, as of today. Okay, we will send you the instructions about how to download software and install it. You can start. You don't need to wait for us actually. Okay, anyhow, you can start it. Okay, anyhow, here you go. When you are learning PEGA, definitely you are going to work on all these three. But what is the difference? You don't need to be a technically someone who knows about coding of these technologies, but you should know about how to use this PEGA provided environment to develop the applications without writing code. How it helps in developing applications without writing code, that is what you are going to learn during this demo sessions. Okay, now coming to this one, PEGA is used for what? Application development. Throughout this demo, you need to keep in mind that you are going to develop business applications using PEGA, any applications using PEGA as of now. And now, many times you might have heard about PEGA BPM. So all of you, did you hear about this term called PEGA BPM? You might have heard about it, PEGA BPM and all. So what is PEGA BPM? I know about PEGA just now, I told you. You know now, PEGA is used for application development. I just shown you visually, this is the environment, but you don't know what is there. But what is PEGA BPM? So before we proceed to understand about PEGA, we need to know about PEGA BPM also. It is very much essential a developer should understand about BPM. See, you say PEGA, I know PEGA, I'm a PEGA developer, but I don't know what is BPM. There is no meaning. There's no meaning at all, because one must be aware of what is BPM, and then only you learn any BPM technology. Without knowing BPM, don't go for BPM technologies at all. Okay, BPM tools, let's say, not technologies. Anyhow, so before we proceed forward to understand about PEGA, what is BPM? See, as I told you, PEGA is used for application development. Please try to imagine for some time, BPM is also for application development. BPM is used for what? Application development. While I am going to explain about BPM, you imagine like BPM is also one product like this used for application development, something like PEGA. You will get a clear idea of what is BPM by end of today's session for sure. Okay, clear? Let's go ahead now and start here. So I told you PEGA is used for application development, where it comprises of having UI, business logic, database. You work on the development of all these three without the need of coding. So why PEGA is called as BPM? So what is BPM first of all? See, BPM abbreviation. BPM stands for, so far everyone clear before we go with BPM? I have given you information about what is PEGA used for. And also I told you BPM is equivalent to PEGA, and you understand BPM is also for application development. These are the 3 points. Everyone clear? Online also, you can respond on the chatting window whenever something is being asked. Okay. If you have any questions also, you can respond on chatting window, but interaction response at when asked is very much important. Okay. So what is BPM? BPM is used for application development. Okay. And how? BPM stands for Business Process Management. BPM abbreviation is Business Process Management. It has the ability, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction in a business application. BPM stands for Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction. Let's try to understand this definition in detail, each word by word. See, if you are going to develop any business applications, ultimately, what is the reason you are doing it? You are going to process your business functionalities using that software application, correct? Ultimately, if you are creating one application for your business, okay, that application is going to do what you used to do manually. Manually, I used to process everything, but I used to go to DMart, I used to go to purchase and all, but now I am going to an application and to add the search for the products, add it to cart, go to payment gateway, pay, and product will be delivered. Exactly what I was doing manually, now I automated, digitalized by using a software product, correct? Same you are going to do. So you are going to develop your business applications in order to process your business functionalities, whatever that you used to do manually. Okay, you created it. What do you call it? Generally, you call it as a transaction. So whenever you go and purchase a product in Amazon, that means you have made a purchase transaction. You go to bank and deposit money. What do you call it? You made a transaction of money deposit, depositing money. You go and withdraw money from ATM. Then what do you call it? You have done a transaction of money withdraw. See, these are all things that you are doing: withdraw money, deposit money, or purchase product, or it can be anything else in a business. Apply for loan. Loan is begun processing. Loan processing has been completed. Overall, what do you call this? This is one transaction. So any work that we are going to do in a business system, we are going to call it generally in a business terminology called as transaction. Transaction is equal to what? Work that you do. Transaction is equal to work that you are going to do. Clear, everyone? So now, what is meant by multi-step transaction? So you are going to develop applications using BPM, and you are going to design a transaction model beginning to ending. What is meant by multi-step transaction? Multi-step means generally a transaction will be done step by step. See, you take money withdrawal from ATM. Are you going to do everything in a single step? No. First, you are going to provide the machine card number and PIN number. Okay. After that, it will internally perform a task. You have done a task of input the details of card number and PIN number. Okay, by swiping or by entering, and the system will do another task for you. What is that? It will validate whether card number given, PIN number given is matching or not, valid or not. That is internal task you don't see. After that is successfully completed, it will take you to next level, asking you select the type of the account from which you are trying to access. You have selected the type of account. It will match again. This type of account is for this card or not. Okay, everything okay. Proceed forward. What is the amount you want to withdraw? You have entered some amount. This is another task. System will perform another task internally. This much of funds are available in the bank account or not. Funds are sufficient, it will allow you to withdraw. Otherwise, it will say insufficient funds. So the task may be front-end task, or the task may be business logic task. Internally, it might be happening and system is doing it. Whatever it is, it's a combination of tasks. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, and collection of all these tasks. What do you call now? Tasks. All these collection of tasks is equal to one work you are doing. That is called transaction. Transaction is multi-stepped, means it will have different steps. Each step is equal to one task. Task 1 finished, it will go to task 2. Task 2 finished, it will go to task 3. If you want to design a business transaction model which has multi-step transaction model, and you can go for BPM. BPM is going to provide you an environment to develop your business applications where you design the transaction model which is going to have multiple steps. All the steps are connected to each other. I will show you. In PEGA environment, you don't bother about the navigations I am doing, but focus on understanding the point. Transaction begins here. Step 1, search is going to happen, whether existing customer or new customer. Collect the details from the customer. What are the address details? Billing address and shipping address. Suppose you are registering on Amazon, same thing will happen, right? And here it is vehicle insurance. What are your vehicle details? Whether this vehicle has past claims or not. And something else here, commercial, is this a personal or commercial vehicle, something like that, more data. Finally, it is completing. It is not full-fledged process model for our application, but somewhat. This is how a transaction model you are going to design in BPM as a visualized flow diagram. Is it very easy to understand for anyone or not? It is very easy to understand the design. You just add the flow shapes and connect it accordingly. All are connected to each other. Connection link is there from one to another. Yes or no? So like this, you are going to represent your transaction model of the business processing that you wanted to do in your business application by using BPM environment. It is very easy to develop. This transaction model, this is another project, don't bother about it, is also called as process or flow diagram. You can say anything of your wish. If I say transaction, if I say work, if I say process, business process model, or if I say flow diagram, all terminology here equivalent in PEGA. Okay, all we are going to represent one business process model beginning to ending. Okay, everyone clear? So if you want to develop business process management applications by designing your transaction model, which will have multiple steps connected to each other, then you can go and use BPM environment. BPM environment. And now BPM environment has a provision of providing, it has the ability to provide you end-to-end solutions for your application development as well as accessing. Just let me tell you high level, don't bother about too much. In the reality, you are a developer, for example. Okay, you work on development. For development, you need a tool or any IDE editor, right? Development tool will be there. After that, testing environment is needed. So they might be using Selenium automation testing or some testing tools they might be using. And then maybe you don't know about this, but there will be versioning tools. You'll be learning later. Versioning, to version the code, we need some tools. You will get products versions, right? 5.1 released, 5.2 released. What are those? For that, there will be separate tools. Plus deployment means installation. There will be separate tools for deployment. Okay, and reporting. What is reporting? Like Tableau, ClickView, you have tools, right? Different tools. Power BI, like this extraction, transformation, loading, and reporting tools will be there. So many different tools you will be using as a developer generally in reality anywhere else. But the beauty of BPM is all these are integrated into single environment, single product, I say. Okay, software product. All these are end-to-end solutions. BPM provides end-to-end solutions, means development, testing, version management, deployment, reporting. Okay, and let me tell you, even requirements gathering, you will be using what? Requirements gathering, Jira. Correct? I will show you all these tools, don't worry about it. Normally how it is available in PEGA, how do we do? I have to tell you one more thing. We are going to focus on working with this requirement gathering also in PEGA. Okay, but not at the very beginning. After I finish up to 15 to 20% of the course, then I will tell you. Otherwise it will be difficult to understand. Okay, at the very beginning I don't want to get into this. So requirements gathering tools also again integrated here. Communication also will be there. Like this, BPM is a product which is used for application development, where you design and develop the applications and design your transaction model like a flow diagram. Okay, all are connected to each other, which will have multiple steps. And BPM provides end-to-end solutions, means completely from requirement phase to all the phases of development, testing, reporting, and whatever I told, like version management, deployments, everything is available in a single tool called BPM. That is the beauty of learning BPM tool. Okay, for doing all of this, no coding. Okay, okay, so this is what BPM stands for, business process management. This tool is provided in order to process your business, how your business processing to be managed step by step. Step 1, this has to be done. Step 2, this has to be done. Step 3, this has to be done. Like this, your entire business that is going to be processed from starting to ending, all the stages can be managed by using BPM tool. That is what meant by business process management tool. Everyone clear about BPM? Online resources. Agile workbench. Yes, correct. Whatever you told is correct. Okay. So BPM stands for business process management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end solutions about your application development and processing, and it provides a multi-step transaction model of design. So ultimately, we're going to use BPM for application development, where you are going to design your transaction model like a flowchart. This tool has complete provision of doing the things from requirement phase to reporting phase, including versioning, deployment, everything. Okay. So now next. So the technical terminology of deployment, versioning, you will be learning slowly. On day one itself, it cannot stick into your mind. It is not possible. But try to understand multiple phases are covered. Okay. So now here you go now. See, you are going to develop the applications using other technologies, using BPM also. You might be using Java with UI and database. You might be using C# with some UI and database. And you might be using Python with some UI and database. Might be developing applications by using other object-oriented programming technologies, and you might be developing the similar applications by using BPM also. What is the high-level difference at a cream level? Let me tell you. See, our traditional application development or BPM application development, both will have user interface. I have shown you already. I told you at the very beginning. Both will have UI, both will have business logic, both will have database. Other technologies, you are writing coding. PEGA, you are, I mean, like BPM or PEGA, you are not writing coding. Apart from that, see, the transactional representation in BPM can be done like a process. What is it? Can be done like a process. What did I say about process or flow chart? Okay, this type of flow diagram representation for a transaction model is not available in traditional object-oriented programming language. You might be achieving the same, but the representation like this diagrammatically for your transaction model is not available. At a high level, the difference between BPM and traditional application development is you have what? Process is there. Okay, apart from UI, logic, database, all these three layers, one more is there. Finally, you create and you embed everything here. That is called process. So I told you process, by this time process is equal to transaction. Process is equal to transaction. The other way around, what is a process? A process is the unit of work. So transaction or work both mean same. Yes or no? So process is the unit of work. You are going to use BPM tool to design your transaction model. That is what the ultimate need of a business. You are represented. You called it as a process. What is that process? It is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Okay, I'll ask you one simple question. Generally, imagine one transaction model for leave request management. Means two screens are there. One screen is for submitting leave request. Employee will do that. Another screen is either for approving or rejecting the leave request. Manager will access it. Only two, pretty much fair enough. Employee submitted leave request. First screen finished, step 1 finished, it will go to step 2. Manager, let's take two situations. In one situation, manager approved it. Another situation, manager has rejected it. In both of the situations, are you going to say the transaction is completed or not? Means in a situation where leave is approved, you say completed or not? Leave request to transaction is completed. Another situation of manager rejected. Still, are you going to say leave request transaction is completed or not? It is completed, but one direction it is completed, approved. Another direction it is completed, rejected. I'll tell you another example also. You have applied for a loan. Okay, so loan has been processed up to the extent that you get a verification call and it will be finished next step. You got a call saying that we are going to process your loan, everything is okay, just only one step pending, taking approval from you. Okay, these are the details. You want to proceed forward. Yes, proceed. Okay, they proceeded. You got the money credited into your account. Okay, this loan transaction is completed successfully. Done. Let's take another scenario. They said that we are going to process your loan, one step pending. 4% of charges are going to be done as a processing fees. You said no, I am getting it for 2% somewhere else, I don't want to proceed forward, cancel it. Now what you have done, you have withdrawn your application by yourself. What did you do? You are withdrawn. You have withdrawn your application is processed up to some extent, you are not liking it, you withdrawn. This time what do you say? Transaction is completed or not? It is completed, withdrawn. Okay, next, another situation. It has processed up to some extent, salary is not matching with the amount that you are looking for. If you're not getting that much of amount, no need to go for loan. Okay, anyhow, manager decided that okay, this person has data not matching with the requirement, we will reject it. He rejected. So rejection also, it is completed or not? It is completed, rejected. Transaction can be completed in multiple different ways. Completed, approved, completed, rejected, completed successfully, okay, and completed, withdrawn, completed, duplicate. Today morning you have applied for loan process. Today evening also again you try to create one more transaction for applying loan. What will happen? All your details are already available with us, which is still in open phase. We will compare and resolve the second one what you created as a duplicate one. Okay, that is completed but duplicate. You don't need to deal with that. So like this, you represent your transaction model as a single unit of work, that is called process. A process can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Understand? So ultimately, what are we trying to discuss about BPM here? BPM is for application development in a business, especially for business application development. If you are going to design your business process management application, definitely there will be a transaction model. The transaction model can be represented like a flow diagram. That is what you are calling process. Process is one unit of work that can be completed in any of the ways. So BPM has all and all these facilities of application development and transaction processing model, everything. Okay, so if you are going to learn PEGA, now you can be clear that you are going to be a developer, where you are going to deal with one BPM environment, where you are going to create the required things for your application development related to UI, business logic, database, without writing code, where you are going to ultimately represent your transaction model like a flow diagram. All this you are doing as a developer. Clear? But nowhere it is coding related. Okay, next. See, I'm saying since very beginning, BPM tool, BPM environment you are going to use for application development, right? See, if there is some environment, definitely there should be some name for the environment, correct? See, you are going to develop something by using C language. What is the environment use? Maybe Turbo C or some other environments, Notepad++, something you'll use. You're going to use Java, maybe Notepad++ you will be using, or Eclipse environment you will be using, like this. Definitely, if you're going to do something by using any technology, you definitely need one environment for it. So what is the name of the environment? Just a high level. When you are going to develop applications using BPM, that environment name is called as, what is that? BPM suite. What is it called as? BPM suite. BPM suite is an environment which is used for application development. So which is used for application development. So BPM suite is used for application development. It is the name of the environment where you are going to develop applications by using BPM. Okay, so BPM suite is the environment. Like this is the environment for PEGA, right? Like this only, you imagine there is one environment which is called as BPM suite. So if you want to develop applications using BPM, you must have one environment. That environment, what are we calling? BPM suite. Okay, next. See here I am saying, BPM suite is a software system, means it is a product. Environment means it's a product, correct? It is a software system that allows for the direct execution of the business process. Means this is the environment which you are going to use to develop your business process management applications. Okay, and you process your business. You design like this, you process your business by considering. But when you are going to do process or develop, you need to consider some built-in business rules. Means the system, BPM system, is going to have certain rules defined which you are going to follow. Not you, I'm sorry, the system is going to follow at the time of development as well as processing. Development wise we'll see later. Processing wise I'll tell you for better understanding. See, BPM system is used for application development, but you need to consider to follow certain rules. Okay, what is the rule? Technically you are going to learn after we start our course, but at a high level functionally in the reality I'll tell you. Generally, let's take any system. Let's take an example. Let's say I am driving by a car on a road. So I've seen a red signal. Once I see the red signal, what is going to happen? I'm going to stop there before zebra crossing. And when there is a green signal, I am going to move forward. Correct? See, where am I now? I am in a system. What is that system? You're calling it as traffic system. It is a traffic system. Within system, it is a systematic behavior. Within the system is being impacted by a signal, red signal, green signal. What are these? Traffic rules. What are these? Traffic rules. Rules are the ones which are controlling how the system should behave. Yes or no? Okay, there should be rules. See, it is not about this one, even our personal life also. I wanted to wake up morning 4:30. This is one rule I am applying for my personal life. My system, okay, my biological system to work accordingly, I am instructing it. That is one rule that I have kept in my personal life. Okay, I wanted to have lunch every day, okay, at 1 p.m. This is one rule I am applying in my biological system. Okay, every system in this world works on certain rules. It will be controlled by rules. Same is applicable for technology also. There is no difference. There's no difference. Okay, everyone clear? So your BPM is running, okay, as a system, but definitely it will be controlled by certain rules. Those are called as business rules, because you are doing it for business application development. Understand? So business rules will be there in BPM system. These rules, what does it do? It controls the system. Let's take an example of simple credit card processing. Think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. Think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. So let's take an example of financial transaction business process for credit cards. A simple business rule may be the total amount can due by a customer should not exceed customer's credit limit. The total amount can due by a customer should not be exceeding customer's credit limit. Simple example. I have a credit card which has a credit limit of 5 lakh rupees. I went to purchase center, I purchased for 10 lakhs. I'm trying to pay using a credit card of 5 lakhs, the payment of 10 lakhs. What is going to happen? It will not be allowed. What is the reason? There are no sufficient funds, exceeding limit. Okay. And if I try to pay below that, only 4 lakhs I am trying to pay, or maybe 5 lakhs I am trying to pay on 5 lakhs credit card. No problem. No problem. Okay. Like this, there is something called credit limit. This credit limit is influencing the system how it should behave. Same card someone else has, they have 10 lakhs limit. Will they be able to pay the same amount, 10 lakhs? Yes or no? But card is same. See, your system will be impacted by rules. Here the rule is credit limit, the system is credit system. Okay. Rules will be residing in a database. In technology, rules will be residing where? Database. Credit limit, is it written anywhere on the card? Anywhere do you see credit limit on card? Anywhere it is there with purchase center? Purchase center person don't know. You know it, but it is not there on the card. Then where it is residing? How does the system know? It is there with banking database, correct? The moment you swipe the card, system will start running, take this data, it will go to banking database. Okay. So UI you have done, it will get executed in business logic, it will go to banking database, bring it back to business logic. Here it will verify limit and the payment amount matching or not. I mean, like, limit is payment amount should be less than or equal to limit. If that is happening, system will behave as behavior 1. If that is not happening, some other behavior it is going to expose. Okay. So like this, business rules are always going to get stored into database. Okay. From the database, the business rules will be taken. Okay. This database is called as business rules database. So BPM system has environment, BPM suite used for application development without coding, where you design a transaction model like a flow diagram. That exactly same you're going to do in PEGA, no doubt. Okay, where the system will be running based on some rules. Rules reside in a database called business rules database. These are the points we have discussed. Let me repeat. BPM is a software system which is for application development. You develop your business applications and design a transaction model like a flow diagram. The system will be working based on some rules. The rules will reside in a database called business rules database. This is what we are trying to learn. What are the components available in BPM? Okay, all these works together to achieve your business goals. Okay, as a developer, you are going to access all these things in PEGA also. Now, BPM system has business rules and rules are residing in a database. How it will be driven? See, once you swipe the card, the application which is running should go to database, should pick the rule, respective rule, bring it to the system, compare it, correct? Generally, simple example I'll tell you. One simple example I'll tell you. Okay, see here. See, just imagine, this may not be much clear, but somewhat it is clear. Imagine we have a farm field. We wanted to do cultivation. Okay, ultimately the business goal is to grow some plants and get some fruits out of it. Okay, now we need water for this, correct? So water is available in somewhere far away distance in a lake. Okay, now I wanted to drive that water from the respective lake place to my farm field. Okay, just imagine we have an engine, motor engine, which is placed in between, and pipes are there. One end is connected into water pond, another end is connected to the farm field. What is this motor engine is going to do now? The engine is going to have interaction between all these two, right? These two will be connected. Engine is going to take the water from the lake, drive it till where? Till the farm field. That is what the place you wanted to have your business being done, correct? Right? Exactly same thing. See, in BPM also you will have three things. One is application, your BPM environment. Another one is business rules database. So BPM environment, it will be working according to the business rules. Rules are there inside database, correct? How it should be driven from database to application. Intermediate, you need some engine, correct? That is called as business rules engine. It is not hardware, it is software. Here we are talking about software. In the diagram here, the engine may be hardware, but here what is this? Engine is a program, software program. So in between UI and business logic, in between the system and database, in between the system and database, what will be there in between? Business logic will be there. That you are calling as business rules engine. What is the task of business rules engine? Business rules engine talks to the business rules database, drives business rules from database to till BPM environment. So anything you are doing on BPM system, there will be an interaction. There are components that gets executed. One is business rules engine and another one is business rules database. Business rules engine acts as an interface between BPM system and its business rules database, which drives business rules from its database to till application to achieve goals. Okay, when you swipe the card, program will run. It will go to database, fetch the limit of that particular card and try to compare it to achieve the required business goals. Accordingly, the system should behave, right? So the same way in a BPM system, we have BPM suite for application development, and we have a transaction model of flow diagram, and we have the system will be executing according to the business rules. Business rules are there, and business rules are residing in a database called business rules database, and there will be a software program called business rules engine, which interacts with business rules database, drives business rules from business rules database to BPM system to achieve required business goals. Understand? This will be run internally. We will be working as a developer to design the transaction models and all these interaction will be there internally also. You should know it's not at just an outline level. Okay, I should not simply say this is the environment we use and all. Internally, what is the mechanism of this environment? This is what you are seeing. Front end system middle, what is there? Engine is there, software program. Engine is interacting with what? Database, where rules are there. Based on that rules only the system should behave. Who will bring that rules to the system? That engine will bring. Engine is going to run in between. It will interact with the database, drive the rules from database to till environment to achieve your required business goals. Understand? So far, whatever we have discussed about BPM is a methodology. What is it? Methodology. Follow this methodology. Develop one environment for application development and processing. That environment to have business rules database, business rules engine. All these works together during development and processing. If you design such type of system for application development and business processing, then that particular system is called a BPM system or BPM tool. Understand? What are the BPM tools available in market? PEGA BPM. I'll write down. What are the BPM tools available in market? PEGA BPM, Oracle BPM, IBM BPM. Sorry. IBM BPM. Okay. Competitor PEGA. Appian, Blaze, Cordis, OutSystems, etc. There are many. Okay. Why these are called as BPM tool? Why not we are calling it as technology? Because this is a system. This particular tools are one system. All these BPM tools are built for same purpose. Following what? BPM methodology. If all these are built based on BPM methodology, all these will have workflow architecture, all these will have business rules, all these will have business rules database, all these will have business rules engine. So it's a product. BPM system is a product which is meant for application development. So you are going to work on one of such products called as PEGA PRPC. What is it called as? PEGA PRPC. PEGA is called as BPM tool because it is built based on BPM methodology. Cordis is called a BPM tool because it is built based on BPM methodology. All the systems commonly will have workflow architecture, commonly will have business rules database, business rules engine. All these will be there in BPM systems for sure. So BPM is the methodology. Using that methodology, you can develop your own tool for application development using any technology combinations, and the tool will be called as BPM tool. The tool must have, what must be there? The tool must have process flow architecture and business rules should be there. Business rules database should be there. Business rules engine should be there. All these four components are there in BPM system, BPM suite, then that is called BPM tool. Now PEGA has developed one such tool using BPM methodology, named it as PRPC. What is the name? PRPC. PEGA is a BPM tool. You are using the term PEGA, right? That is generically we use. See, use Xerox machine. Actually, Xerox is a company, correct? But we call it as Xerox. Okay, that is a colloquial language generally. You are saying PEGA because in short you are calling just like that. But it is tool is PRPC. You are learning PRPC tool developed by PEGA Systems. What is the company name? PEGA Systems. We leave about all these things and we simply call in short PEGA. Okay, PEGA Developer, like that only we will call. No problem. Whatever is understandable, convenient to people, that will be taken into market, right? So you are learning what? PEGA PRPC. PRPC stands for PEGA Rules Process Commander. What is that? PEGA Rules Process Commander. Process means transaction model. Rules means business rules. Actually, it is not commander. Process commander together we have to read. It is called business rules engine. I will tell you now. See, PEGA is built based on BPM methodology. That means it should have all the four components that we have discussed in BPM, yes or no? But the naming terminology they have given is different. You are developing your own tool. So your tool has process, business rules database, business rules engine. But you wanted to give your own naming terminology for all this equivalently. Okay. BPM suite, what are we calling here? PEGA rules process commander. BPM suite, what are you calling? PEGA rules process commander. Process or workflow, what you call in BPM, which is used for a transaction model design. Here in PEGA also same terminology. Process or workflow. No difference for this one. But remaining three will change. Whatever you are calling generally business rules in BPM system, In PEGA, we call it as PEGA rules. PEGA rules is equal to BBM, business rules. Okay. PEGA rules will reside in business rules business rules database, right? Similarly, PEGA rules will reside in a database called as rule base. What they are giving technical terminology in PEGA? If I say business rules database in BPM terminology, or if I say rule base in PEGA, both are same. Business rules stores into business rules database. PEGA rules stores into rule base. Understand? Now you see. Business rules from business rules database will be driven by business rules engine. Correct? PEGA rules from rule base will be driven by process command. Process command is equal to business rules engine. To easily remember all these things, you need to remember form fields, water point, and in between an engine. This is what going to be done. Same in the technology also. Understand? So like this, PEGA rules process commander. Why the name PEGA rules process commander? PEGA systems developed. So added the term PEGA. Abbreviation is not there. I'll tell you the reason behind PEGA after some time. Okay, PEGA rules. PEGA rules are business rules. Business rules will store into rule base. Process commander will drive the rules from rule base. So PEGA rules, process commander, rules are there, process is there, process commander is there. Everything is there. Understand everyone clear? So what is PEGA used for? Application development. You develop applications without coding. Okay. And PEGA is BPM tool. Why? It is built based on BPM methodology. What are the four main components available in PEGA rules process commander environment? PEGA rules process commander environment itself is a product which will have process or workflow architecture for your transaction model, and PEGA rules are there, stores into rule base. Process commander interacts with rule base and drives all this. This is internal design. I'm a developer, why do I need internal design? No, you have to learn to understand the design of the tool that you are working on. Okay, these are the basic fundamental things one must be aware of if you want to claim as a PEGA developer. Okay, so this is what we have discussed today. BPM or PEGA is used for application development. PEGA is built based on BPM methodology. That's why PEGA is called as BPM tool. So any tool developed based on BPM methodology is called as BPM tool. Okay, why PEGA? PRPC again. PRPC is the name of the tool, PEGA rules process commander. What are the four components? Just now I told. Okay, ultimately you are going to be an application development when you are learning PEGA. All this you will be accessing, all this I'll be showing. Okay, it's not simply I am teaching. All this I'll be showing, you'll be accessing all this for sure, but nowhere you need to deal with any coding. Okay, clear? Makes sense everyone? So we discussed up to part 1 of the demo. Part 2 of the demo, starting from this slide, 16th slide onwards, tomorrow it will happen. See, what we observe is many people, they feel like, oh, what is there in demo? We'll leave demo. I'll start from day 1. Actual classes started. Let me tell you, this is actual class. This is also actual. Even though I'm naming it as a demo, it is also an actual class. This is also subject. Tomorrow, if you are going to miss, okay, what will happen is whatever we have discussed so far, it will be shown in reality. That time you need to compare, right? Day 1, this is what we have shown. It will give you better knowledge. Do not miss the session for any reason tomorrow. Okay, don't simply take it away like it is a demo, what is there and all. This is related to the tool that we are going to work on, nothing beyond. I did not tell you simply these many days of course this is what we are going to cover. I did not even show you course content. Demo is not about, I don't think that is a demo. Demo is about giving you clear idea about the product that you are trying to get into. Okay, whatever it may be, any technology or any tool. Now you have clear idea of what is PEGA, why it is, what is it being used for, why it is called as a BPM tool. If someone says PEGA, you know. If someone says PEGA BPM, you have clear idea. If someone says PEGA PRPC, you have clear idea. Previously you don't know this difference between these three terminology. Correct? But now you have clear idea. Someone is going to ask you why PEGA is called BPM tool, what is PEGA, what is PRPC. You will definitely able to say minimum 5 minutes to anyone, right? So this is the way to learn the technology and understand any product. Okay, so fully focus on understanding and gaining the subject knowledge. Job will automatically follow you. It is already 8 o'clock. Online, whoever has connected, and offline, whoever has attended. And people who are connecting online, if you have connected for the reason because you are not able to travel, and if you wanted to join the live classes, I mean like classroom session, you wanted to switch anytime, you can switch. Okay, anytime a person can switch from online to offline, offline to online based on your circumstances, okay, of availability and all. Okay, both will be interactive same way. But the same meeting link to be used for tomorrow also. But let me tell you, because it is a winter season, I cannot wake up. Why you to wake up today? I will attend online. This type of mentality doesn't work out. You are going to opt for offline, strictly come to offline every day. You are an online, strictly join online. But here and there will be certain deviations that you are not able to come, really not possible, you are traveling. Join online for that day, not to miss the session. Okay, you wish to come 1 or 2 days offline to see, come down here. You are an online student, you want to come here for practice, enroll and come here for practice. Offline, you wanted to sit here till evening, sit here and practice. We have a beautiful environment setup done at the 3rd floor for practice purpose. Almost around 100 people can sit and practice at a time. Okay, and online people also, for your practice at your home, we will guide you. Okay, so I can only record this particular session. I will share that. Okay, yes, see, whoever has connected after 7 o'clock, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, okay, my request is, the first priority for any student is the punctuality. You attend the session, you join the session, come to the session 5 minutes before and relax. Your mind should relax. You come at 7 o'clock, 5 minutes with a hurry, and you are sitting, you don't understand, you lose first 5 minutes of the class for sure. You be available with the session. I will open the session by 6:45. Okay, come here 5 minutes before, either offline or online, relax, and we start sharp on dot 7 o'clock. We want to utilize that 60 minutes properly. Okay, any questions, doubts when we start sessions? First 6:45 I'm joining, right? I'll give you that for 15 minutes, no problem. But this 1 hour 7 to 8 fully for technology training only. First 15 minutes for doubts. Other than that, during daytime, you can reach out to us. We have 4 PEGA developers, we will guide you. Okay, our students also will guide you accordingly, no problem. So wherever you are practicing from, I will tell you the methodology of learning also. It will take some time before we get into the training program. Actually, this is also part of the training. This is not separate. Tomorrow will be the continuation slides. Don't miss the class. The same meeting link to be used. We can wind up for today. I cannot wait for you or give you time now to ask me questions for personal questions and all. The reason being, I have another session which is already running batch. Okay, you want to talk to me, call me after 12 o'clock. If US people and all may not be possible for you, call me 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. evening time. That should be morning time for you from USA and all. Indian people from India, call me after 12 p.m. I mean like afternoon time, you call me, or you call on 9652532753. Get clarify all your questions. Personally to talk to me, ask them, they will give number. Tomorrow I'll give my number. Okay, you can wind up for today. Thank you for joining. Already 5 minutes late. Thank you everyone. This recording, it will take time. You will get maybe by 11 o'clock today. You will be getting this recording plus this PPT plus other instructions to download software, install software, FAQ document. Go through it. Don't wait for it. Fine. Thank you everyone.